RL102 Basic Russian Grammar Part 1
Основы грамматики русского языка, часть первая.
with Victor D. Huliganov. Copyright www.huliganov.com 2007.
Good afternoon, or evening, or whatever time it is in your part of the world. Welcome to what will be now 9th lesson in the second course on the Russian language, 19th lesson in total. And today we are going to be looking at different ways of saying that you can do something. You can do something, you're able to do something. You may remember a few lessons back, we looked at the word иметь, the verb to have, one of two ways of saying to have, the other way being with the preposition u followed by genitive. Иметь is a first class 1a verb, and it is almost identical to the word уметь, to know how to do something. You just take the I away from the beginning and put a U in instead, or an E away, put a U instead. So уметь means to be able to know how to do something. And basically it comes from the word which is your mind, what is in there, yes, or maybe on this side. Разум is your understanding. And so разумеется is a word which doesn't change in the Russian language. It simply sometimes appears разумеется, запятая, comma, что, так? Разумеется, что. It means it is understood that, yes, or it understands itself, yes. Разумеется, it reasons itself. The ся on the end is short for себя and is a reflective postclitic in linguistics. It is added on to the end of a verb to make it reflexive. So it means it understands itself. It is another way of saying of course. The usual way of saying of course is конечно, of course. And remember, although it looks like конечно, you pronounce it конечно. So, this word уметь look exactly like иметь through all of the different parts of the conjugation. Умею, я умею, I know how to. For example, я умею сажать капусту. I know how to plant cabbages. Сажать is to plant in imperfect tense, садить in perfective, and капуста is a cabbage. Цветная капуста is a cauliflower. It means a flowery cabbage. And basically, you probably know there is a French song. We're not learning French right now, in case you hadn't noticed. But there is a French song for French learners, which go like this. Savez-vous planter les choux? À la mode, savez-vous planter les choux? À la mode de chez nous. And it basically means, do you know how to plant the cabbages in the fashion that they have around here? Yeah? So, in Russian that would be, вы умеете сажать капусту по-нашему? Вы умеете сажать капусту по-нашему? And the answer could be, да, я умею сажать капусту по-вашему. Я умею сажать капусту по-вашему. Ты умеешь сажать капусту по-нашему. Он, она умеет сажать капусту по-нашему. Мы умеем сажать капусту, разумеется, по-нашему. Но мы также умеем сажать капусту по-вашему. We know how to plant cabbages our own way, of course, but we also know how to plant the cabbages your way. Вы не умеете сажать капусту, к сожалению, по-нашему. You don't know how to plant the cabbages, I'm afraid, our way. Они умеют сажать капусту, но только по-своему. They know how to plant the cabbages, but only their own way. Они по-нашему не умеют сажать капусту. In our way, they don't know how to plant the cabbages. If they had a climate like ours, they wouldn't have any cabbages at all. And wouldn't that be tragic? So, basically, there you have the word, уметь. Now, it is possible that you know how to do something, but you still can't do it. Maybe some big person is standing in the way, blocking you with his hands like this. So you can't do it, even though you know how to do it. For example, я умею сажать капусту, по-вашему, но я сегодня не могу. Я, к сожалению, слишком занят. I know how to plant cabbages your way, but today I cannot. Unfortunately, I am busy. So basically, you know how to do it, but you can't do it right now. Я не могу, I can't. This comes from the verb мочь. And as you see, it's a very unusual infinitive because it don't have a T soft sign. It got a ch soft sign. Not very many verbs have this. It is a slightly irregular verb. I'm not saying it's a very irregular verb. Most irregular of it is the fact that it have got the ch soft sign infinitive, which is funny, okay, and it also has funny infinitives in other languages. For example, in Polish, it doesn't have a ch as an ending as most Polish verbs do. It has a c, móc, tak? And so basically it is a funny verb to can, to be able to, physically able to, rather than to know how to do something. But it is also slightly irregular also in the conjugation because of this stress change. Я могу, and now you hear ты можешь. Two things happened here. First of all, well, I have three things to say about it. First of all, it has got a, if you look at ты можешь, it has got the ye before the final endings of the sh and the soft sign. That places it as a class 1 verb, but it doesn't have any other vowel before that ye, and therefore it is not a class 1a verb. It is roughly a class 1b verb, but on top of that it has certain irregularities. But generally speaking, you will find it coming into the class 1b conjugation. Now notice what is very common in the class 1b is that when you get this ye coming directly and acting directly without a vowel in between on the consonant, many consonants will change from hard to soft. And of course, just as in the Western languages, a g, when it's followed by a e, will sound like a j. Yes, especially in languages like Italian, Romanian, is a j. In French, is a je. Yes, Geronimo. You don't say Geronimo. And in Spanish, it goes to a kind of h. So in Russian, from when a g is softened off like that, it changes, but not only changes the sound, but also because Russian is a phonetic alphabet, it changes the whole letter from a g to a ж. So, я могу, ты можешь. And so the G, as you see, is softened by the ye and becomes from я могу to ты можешь. But also note the third thing. Yes? The third thing is the stress change. I said я могу, but ты можешь. So on the first the stress was on the second syllable, the final syllable, because it's two syllables in that word. And then in ты можешь, it go back onto the first syllable. Let's see how this verb carry on. I show you this with my little daughter, and then afterward we will call that the end of the lesson, and basically then cut to a little song. Thank you.
Окей, как будет ночь в теперешнем времени? Я,
могу,
ты,
можешь,
он,
может,
мы,
можем,
вы,
можете,
они.
могут.
Да. Ну, ты и так знала. Мама подсказывала, но ты и так знала.
Ну,
Ну да.
Okay, welcome back for song, and it is a song based on a poem by Mikhail Lermontov, one of the great writers of the 19th century in Russia, also the author of A Hero of Our Time, great book, you should read it. It's not too advanced Russian, so you can read it almost as first book of Russian for yourselves. And it is about somebody walking out onto the path alone. Выхожу один я на дорогу. I will put the lyrics on the screen. I hope that you enjoy this rendition, me singing together with Dmitry Kharastovsky. Thank you very much, and please listen to this song. Один я на дорогу, сквозь туман кремнистый путь блестит. Ночь тиха, пустыня внемлет Богу, и звезда звездою говорит, и звезда звездою говорит. В небесах торжественно и чудно спит земля, и они голубом. Что же мне так больно и так чудно? Жду ли чего, жалею ли о чем? Жду ли чего, жалею ли о чем? Уж не жду от жизни ничего я, и не жаль мне прошлого ничуть. Я ищу свободы и покоя, я б хотел забыться и заснуть. Я б хотел забыться и заснуть. Но не тем холодным сном могилы я б желал навеки так заснуть, что в груди дремал жизни силе, чтоб дыша вздымалась тихо грудь, чтоб дыша вздымалась тихо грудь. Чтоб всю ночь, весь день мой слух лелея про любовь мне сладкий голос пел. Надо мной, чтоб вечно зеленея темный дух склонялся и шумел. Темный дух склонялся и шумел. Thank you very much for listening and see you next time. Goodbye.